Hello everyone, welcome back to Paasolo creation video tutorial. In this video we are going to learn how to create this design in Adobe Photoshop with nothing but a mouse and a few stock images. No design skill required, and we'll be using some awesome out of this world nebulated graphic from Envato Elements. Get unlimited download of design assets, stock images and font with Envato Element. Millions of creative digital assets with simple commercial licensing, and you can cancel anytime. Subscribe now with Envato Element using the link in the description below. Let's start by going to File, New, choose 6 inches by 5.8 with resolution at 300, then click on Create. Then from here, go to your resource file. I'll be leaving all these resource files in the description below for you to download, and also check Envato Element for their download, because I will not link all the resource files because most of them are with Envato Element. Then I will leave it into Photoshop like this and increase it to fit the artboard. Alright, so from here I will lock the background, create a new layer, then with the help of my brush tool, shortcut is B, click on brush tool, right click and increase. We'll be using a soft round brush. Increase your brush size, or you can use the shortcut code square brackets to increase the size of your brush size. Okay, so from here, increase the brush size, click on the board, give it the color that you want to. Then from here, change the blending mode from normal to color dodge. Then from here, you are going to get something nice like this. Then we can increase the size by selecting it and increase the size. Alright, so from here, then also we can lock this one also, since we won't be using it again. Then go to your resource file and move your image into Photoshop like this. Alright, so I first designed this one. I will later drop this video on how to design this special Tom Brown flyer. Then I printed it and wrap it around the bottle like this. So I took a picture of it. Then with the help of my pen tool, select your pen tool, shortcut is P. Then we are going to make a selection around this. So we will first click on where we want to start. Then you move to the next point, click and hold and drag at the same time. So you heard what I say, click, hold and drag to make the selection. Then you do the same, you click, hold to make sure that the line is at the edge of your bottle. And we can also click on Control to break the handles. These are handles. Then we can draw. So from here we can break the handle, make your drawing, break the handle, or you can leave the handle. Just that if you don't break the handle, you have to hold Alt again to control the handle to bring it where it's supposed to be. So this one, I won't break the handle. Then I will make my selection. Alright, the reason why I'm going through all this with you is that I want you to get everything that I'm doing. I don't want to escape in any other thing. I have videos on how to make selection around images, but I want to go through everything with you so that you will not say I didn't get this point, I didn't get that point. That is the reason why I'm going through everything with you. So please stay with me and leave a comment in the comment section saying that I can do this, and let me know that you guys are really following, so that it will boost me to make such content again. So if you don't do that, I wouldn't never know that you like this video. So please leave a comment saying that you can do this. Then from there, you also leave another comment saying any question that you have concerning Photoshop that you don't understand really. Please let me know in the comment section. Alright, so let's continue. Then I'll click, hold and drag to make my selection. So someone will say, how are you able to move around here? I'm just holding the space bar, drag over where I want to go, and it will take me there. Alright, so you can zoom out. If you want to zoom out, hold Alt and use the mouse scroll bar to zoom in and zoom out. Alright, so let me finish this one quickly. So you can see that this is not a difficult task, just making a selection around the bottle. Okay, then you end. So when you end, you click on selection and click on OK. So from here you can see that you have made a selection around the image. And what we are going to do next is that click on layer, add the max, and when you click on the max, add the max, you see that it has covered the place that we don't want, and it left it the bottle only for us. So from here, what we can do now is that you see that I made a mistake. I didn't copy the bottle with I should have made a selection on this one, but I made mistake with the empty bottle that I made a selection on. So guys, I'm going to make a selection on this one, then we continue from there. Alright, so guys, welcome back. So the same process that I took making this selection is the same process that I have done this one. And if you didn't get how I made a selection, well, I have a dedicated video solely on how to use the pen tool and make a selection like this. Then from here, I will move this one to my work here, then I'll drop it, then I will rotate it how I want it. Something like this is okay, and make it large. So if you want to make it large, first thing, go to edit, click on free transform. So you see the shortcut Ctrl+T. So I won't be coming here again, I'll be using Ctrl+T. So with the Ctrl+T, you can increase the size of the image. Okay, so from here, let me reduce the size a bit. Alright, something like this is okay. Then from here, select the image, then choose the layer beneath it and add another layer. Alright, then click on your brush tool, make sure your foreground is black and reduce the size, but please make sure your opacity at the top here is 100%. Click once on the board, click on the move tool so that you can move your work around. Okay, then reduce the size, then move it behind the bottle. So we are creating a shadow. So normally this is how we create a shadow in Photoshop. So guys, what are you waiting for? Why don't you subscribe? Make sure you subscribe to this channel, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so that YouTube is going to notify you anytime that I'm going to upload a video. And if you get the notification, you are going to be the first person to enjoy all the great videos that I'll be putting around. So this is the dedicated video on selection that I was telling you about. So guys, please check it out, and I know it is going to help you a lot. Subscribe to Envato Element for all your design assets. Millions creators from the world have created this for all of us to give you easy access in designing. So please, with a subscription on Envato Element, using the link in the description below is going to help you make a lot of design so that you can get a lot of money, and it is going to speed your design works. All right, so from here we are going to make the shadow how we want. So we can reduce the opacity here if the shadow is too much, but I think this is okay. Then I'll select the main button, click on the FX and add another shadow, a drop shadow. So the shadow is going to come this way, something like this. All right, something like this. So you can copy the settings, 12 for the opacity, distance 24, spread 3, size 27. So you can copy the same settings so you can see before, after. So this thing is making your design realistic. So from here I'll come back to my design. So please, if you want me to make a tutorial on how I design this, please comment below. Make a video on the special Tom Brown powder in the comment section below so that I will know that you guys are interested. I'm going to make a video on it. Okay, so I'll select only this. I want only this. All right, so with that one selected, I'll reduce the size to my satisfaction and place that one here. Then I'll copy the same thing and make this one little tiny. Then I'll go to filter, blur, choose radio blur. Then I'll choose pan like 2 and click on OK. So something like this is fine in my opinion, or 2 is too much, so let me reduce it to 1. All right, so this one is okay. So from here, get your rectangular tool or get your ellipse to draw a nice ellipse, holding shift to give you a proportioned circle. Then double click on the ellipse, change the color to white, and I'll place all my text here. So this is the text that I want to place it here. Just type your own text and leave it there. Then from here, go back to my resource file, then move this one to Photoshop like this. Then look for object selection, or if you don't have the object selection, then use the quick selection to make a selection on your leaf. Then from here, click on add a mask. And the reason why we are adding a mask is that we don't want our work to be destructive. So if I have the brush tool and reduce it to something like this, and maybe I brought something in that I don't want. If I brought this one in I don't want, I can easily erase. And if I want it, I will just change from the black color to white and erase it back so that I will get what I wanted. So this is the reason why we are using the mask. So you can see that we can paint here to get all these things which is here, but we don't want that one. Then I'll move this one to the main work that I'm doing, reduce the size. All right, then position it how you want it. Then go to filter, blur, choose the radial blur, choose around 5, click on OK. Let's see. Okay, this one is good in my opinion. Then I'll reduce the size. Okay, so someone is saying, how did you copy this one? Just hold Alt and wait for the white arrow to join the black arrow, then drag over it to make a duplicate, then reduce the size. Then I'll position it somewhere here, then copy the same thing, the same trick. So from there I'll add another text. So to add a text, just click on the text tool, shortcut is T, click on it, then type your text and you are going to get your text. So here is my text that I want to add. I'll position it where I want it. Then from here, right click on the triangle, right click on the rectangle to select the rounded rectangle to make a rounded circle like this. Then I'll increase the corner radius, something like this is okay, and position it where I want it. Then click on the FX, add a gradient, and the gradient I want it red, deep red, and you can copy the color code CE0941. Then you can copy the color code for this one to 810208. Then click on OK, and this one I choose reverse so that the deep black will come here and the other one will come here. Then I set the angle to 179. Then from there click on OK. So from here I can add my text again. Click on order now, type order now in caps, order now. So then I'll reduce the tracking. So if you don't have the property tool, also go to window, select property, window, property, and you are going to have this so that you can toggle with it as I'm doing. So I can reduce the size of the text here. So this one is absolutely for beginners. If you don't know anything about Photoshop, you can do this. Alright, and please don't forget to comment below I can do this, and please tell me what your bigger problem is in the comment section, and I will do well to answer all of them. And please leave in the comment section videos, the kind of videos you want me to make. Maybe you have a design that you want me to make a video about it. Drop all of them in the comment section, and please, I will deal with them all for you. So you see that we are almost done with our design. So from here I will get my ellipse to draw a nice ellipse, holding shift to give it a perfect circle. Then I'll fill it with white and move the ellipse all the way behind the bottle. Then I'll bring in the ingredient. The ingredient is wheat, rice, soya beans. So I'll go to my source file. So this is the wheat. So please, you can get all these things from Invert Element, and I have already shown you how you can go there. Use the link in the description below to visit Invert Element. Alright, so I'm reducing the size of the wheat. Then from here I'll get my beans, and lastly my rice. So beans come inside, so I'll make a selection around the beans. So you already know how to make a selection. I'll use the smart object. The smart object is only in Adobe Photoshop 2021, and if you don't have the Adobe 2021, I also have a video on it, how you can download it for free, or you can use the link in the description below to buy it from Amazon.com. Alright, so please, if you want to follow that, if you want to get the new version of Photoshop, check the link in the description below. It will take you there and you get it for free, or you can buy it from Amazon using the same link in the description below. Then I'll click on add a max so that it is going to max it for me. Then I'll get my brush tool, shortcut is B. Then right click and increase the size a bit, reduce the size. Alright, so make sure your max is selected. Then make sure white is on top, and we are going to clear some parts that we don't want here. So you don't want all this. You can reduce the opacity so that it won't affect much of your this thing. Then I'll move it to my design. This is not it. Alright, then reduce the size and place it where it's supposed to be. Then lastly I'll bring in my rice. Alright, so here is my rice. Also reduce the size to fit the situation. Then from here I can add my text again using my text tool. Click on it and start typing. Alright, so increase the size of your text, then open the character tool, and please, if you don't have the character tool, don't worry, go to window, choose character, and you are going to have your character tool here. Then we can reduce the spacing of the text, and let's choose this font for this. So please, I downloaded this font, the Backrash, from Inverto Elements. So please make sure you check them. You check that from Inverto Element. Come to Inverto, check fonts, and you can search any font that you want to download. So you can search from here and you are going to get a result. So let me do one for you. Then click on search. So you are going to get whatever that you are looking for. So you see that they have a great font here. All right, reduce the spacing. So please, one thing you must also master in designing is your character, mastering how to character your text, and I have a full video on it. I'll leave that one also in the description below. And I have a full beginner's tutorial that it can help you if you're a beginner, so that it can get you started with Photoshop, and it is going to teach you everything that you need to know to get started using Adobe Photoshop. Alright, so from here I'll change this one also to a different font. This one is okay. Increase the size like this. And the last one, Tom Brown. I think this one is okay. Area is already a font in Photoshop already, so you can have it. Alright guys, so I can select all of them and increase the size like this. So guys, thank you for watching this video. Hope you learned something new.